students! How are you? I hope that you are doing fine and always healthy. So in previous meeting, we have learned a little bit about narrative text, the language used in narrative text, which is past tense. We have learned simple past tense and past progressive tense, or we can call it past continuous tense. So let me review a little bit about it so you can remember. So we have learned simple past tense. When we have to use simple past tense, we use simple past tense when we are going to talk about situation or activity that start and end in the past. The formula is subject plus verb to. How about past progressive tense? Past progressive tense. Let's focus on the terms progressive. So we use past progressive tense when we want to talk about activity that in progress or was happening in the past. Okay? And the formula subject plus was or were plus verb in. Do you remember? I hope so. So, because we have learned a little bit about the language used in narrative text, today we are going to learn deeper than in the previous meeting. We are going to learn the structure of narrative text, the definition, and etc. And after this meeting, I hope you will be able to apply this new knowledge in your daily life and always remember about culture where you are belong to, because we are going to learn narrative text through legend. So let's get started. Alright, before we jump into the explanation of today's materials, I want to show a little bit a short video about Italian folk tales. So this is one of the examples of narrative text. So I want you to pay attention first on this video.
The Little Red Riding Hood. Little Red Riding Hood lived in a hut near a forest with her mother. She always wore a beautiful red hood while going out. One day, she went to see her grandmother. On her way, she met a wolf.
Huh?
Hello, where are you going?
I am going to see my granny. She lives behind that hill.
The wolf got a wicked idea. The wolf ran to Granny's house and ate her up and got into Granny's bed. After some time, Little Red Riding Hood reached the house. She saw the wolf lying in her granny's bed.
Oh, Granny, what big eyes you have!
So that I can see you better.
Granny, what big ears you have!
So that I can hear you better.
Granny, what a big nose you have!
So that I can smell you better.
Oh, Granny, what big teeth you have!
So that I can eat you better.
Oh my God! Help me! Help me!
A woodcutter was in the forest and he heard the scream. He ran to the house just to see the wolf attacking the little girl. He hit the wolf over the head, and this made the wolf open his mouth and shout. The granny jumped out. The wolf ran away, and the little Red Riding Hood never saw the wolf again.
So after watching the video, let's jump to the explanations. So what is narrative text? Narrative text is a text which tells story or events presented in written or spoken. Selain written or spoken, narrative text juga bisa disediakan dalam bentuk video seperti yang telah kita lihat tadi. Next, we are in the purpose of narrative text. To amuse or to entertain the reader with a story. Narrative always deal with some problems which lead to the climax and then turn into a solution to the problem. Jadi, gunanya juga untuk menghibur atau menarik minat pembaca dengan menyajikan peristiwa yang menimbulkan masalah dan resolusinya. Kebanyakan naratif teks juga digunakan untuk dipelajari pelajaran moral yang terkandung di dalamnya. Next, we are in the structure of narrative text. The first one is orientation, sets the scene, where and when the story happens, and introduce the participants of the story, who and what is involved in the story. Jadi orientation bisa dikatakan sebagai pembukaan, di mana dikenalkan tokoh-tokohnya dan tokoh-tokohnya seperti apa, mungkin di mana tokoh itu tinggal, seperti itu. Next, complication, where the problems in the story developed. Nah, di complication ini mulai terjadi pengenalan masalah atau problems. Next, resolutions, the problem or the crisis is resolved, either in happy ending or sad ending. Nah, jadi di resolution ini mulai bagaimana konflik itu terselesaikan dan diceritakan bagaimana endingnya, apakah itu sad ending atau happy ending, gitu. And next, coda. This is a closing remark to the story and it is optional. It consists of moral lessons, advice, or teaching from the writer. So, coda ini optional. Optional itu maksudnya boleh ada, boleh tidak. Jadi, tidak semua coda tertulis di teks naratif, tidak semua. Jadi, jika tidak ada coda dalam suatu teks, mungkin dapat kita tarik kesimpulan sendiri, seperti itu. Next, we are in the analyzing of the text. So, this is the text that we have watched before, the Little Red Riding Hood, and I have analyzed the orientation, complication, and resolution. The first one is orientation, terletak di bagian awalan, di saat pengenalan di mana Little Red Riding Hood tinggal dan bagaimana kebiasaannya, siapa saja tokoh yang ada di dalamnya, itu termasuk orientation. Next ada complication, where the problem develop. Jadi problemsnya ini bermunculan ketika Little Red Riding Hood bertemu dengan wolf. Nah, mulai dari sini problem-problem yang lain juga bermunculan. Nah, inilah yang dinamakan complication. Dan yang terakhir resolutions, yaitu bagaimana konflik itu terselesaikan. Nah, di sini saya melihat kalimat yang nearby, a woodcutter was in the forest and heard the scream. Nah, di sini kita bisa lihat bagaimana konflik tersebut diselesaikan. Dan di sini juga ada endingnya, apakah endingnya sad ending atau happy ending. Dan di teks ini tidak dijelaskan bagaimana kodanya, namun mungkin penulis membuka peluang bagi pembaca untuk merangkai sendiri
kodenya seperti apa. Next, kinds of narrative text. Actually, there are many kinds of narrative text, tapi yang di sini saya sebutkan yang bermunculan di sekitar kita. Contohnya fable, myth, folk tales seperti yang telah kita lihat tadi, termasuk folk tales, fairy tales, legend yang akan kita pelajari hari ini, dan love story, dan masih banyak lagi. Next is the explanation of legend. A legend is a traditional historic tale, popularly regarded as true but usually containing a mixture of fact and fiction. Jadi, mengandung fakta tapi juga bisa saja mengandung fiksi. Walaupun kebenarannya mungkin tidak akurat, terkadang ada fakta atau bukti yang benar-benar adanya. Contohnya, jika kita lihat legenda tangkuban perahu, itu kemungkinan tidak 100% fakta atau juga tidak 100% fiksi, namun bukti atau faktanya benar-benar ada buktinya, yaitu gunung tangkuban perahu itu sendiri. Lalu the social function masih sama, to entertain or to amuse the readers and to teach a lesson. Nah, jadi selain untuk entertain the readers, juga untuk teach a lesson. Now it's your turn to practice. I have one more video, a short video. I want you to listen carefully and analyze the structure. Jadi, saat Anda melihat video ini, saya harap Anda juga sambil menulis catatan mana yang kira-kira orientation, mana yang kira-kira complication, resolutions, dan coda. Jadi mungkin karena ini video dan mungkin terlalu cepat, jadi mungkin luput, Anda bisa menulis satu kalimat saja yang kemungkinan, yang ini orientation, yang ini satu kalimat complication, seperti itu. Nah, untuk coda, Anda boleh merangkai sendiri satu kalimat apa yang perlu Anda pelajari, karena di video ini hanya disampaikan sampai complication saja. So, once again, orientation is gambaran awal di mana pengenalan actors dan mungkin karakteristik of the actors, seperti itu. Complication, pengenalan konflik, di mana konflik berkembang. Resolutions, bagaimana konflik itu terselesaikan, dan coda, apa yang perlu dipelajari. So, happy working!
Long time ago, at a hill that's far away from village at the Kalimantan district, there is old widow and her doctor lives. The doctor of that old widow have a very beautiful face, but have a very bad behavior too. The doctor is so very lazy and never help her mother to do the housework. Every day, the doctor just applied makeup and make herself look beautiful. The doctor is not just lazy, she is very spoiled lady too. Everything she is want have to obey by the mother without knowing her mother condition. Every day, her mother must hard work, find something for it. Once upon a time, the old widow invited her doctor to go in the market at the village for buy some tile stuff. The market location is very far from their home, so they have to walk so long to arrive. The doctor, walking with wearing beautiful dress and walk with beautiful looks. housekeeper make everyone look to her and feel spellbound with her. But her mother walked behind the doctor with poor clothes, with a bring stuff basket. Because they live in the hill, no one knows there is mother and doctor. Everyone looked to the old widow with the doctor and feels spellbound about the beautiful lady. Especially every young man from the village. The doctor treated her mother like a housekeeper at the village market. Suddenly, have a young man coming at the doctor and asking, "Hi, beautiful lady, the old woman walking behind you, are that your mother?" But the doctor answered, "No, she's my housekeeper." After that, they continue walk. Not far they walk, there is a young man come and asking the doctor again, "Hi, sweetheart, the old woman walking behind you, are that your mother?" But the doctor answered arrogant again, "No, no, no, she's my housekeeper." Everyone come and asking to the doctor with the same question, and the doctor always answered the mother is a housekeeper with arrogance. Her mother watched and listened that she is very feel upset and said she can't listen again and praying to the God. "Oh God, I really sad listen my doctor not admit me as her mother who was born her. Please give her punishment." Suddenly, the doctor body can move, and slowly, as a white from foot until half of her body. The doctor crying would say apologize to her mother. "Oh, Mom, help me! My body can move! Please forgive me!" But her body still ossified and all her body changed to be a stone. Her mother just crying looking the doctor change because her mother can't help the doctor. Finally, the doctor changed to be stone, and the people at the village call that stone with crying stone because that stone never stopped crying.
So after you watch and take notes of the video, let's have a little discussion about it. So the title is "The Legend of Crying Stone," come from Kalimantan, and here is the orientations. How can we find the orientation? Is by looking at who are the actors. For example, here is the old widow and her daughter. And we can also look at the characteristic of the actors. The daughter of the old widow have a very beautiful face, but have a very bad behavior. Or we can also find it by looking at where they lived long ago at the hill that far from the village at Kalimantan district, for example. So here is the orientation, and next is complication, where the problem develop. So the problem appear when they went to the market, and all people all people never thought that they are a mother and daughter, and the daughter said that she is not her mother, but she is her housekeeper, and the mother is very sad because of that. So this is the detail of the problems of this story. Next is the resolutions, where the conflict will be solved. So the conflict solved because her mother was praying to God to give punishment to her daughter. And this is not a happy ending, but sad ending, because the girl turned into stone, and people at the village call her a crying stone because it cannot stop crying. So this is the resolutions. And for the coda, maybe we have to love our parents no matter the situation is. So we can make our coda by ourselves.
So, I think we have done with our materials today. So, I will review a little bit about today's discussions. So, we have learned about narrative text. We have learned about the definitions, the structure, the orientations. How can we find the orientation? By looking at the introduction of who are the actors, how are they, or where they live, something like that. After orientation, we have complication, where the problem develop, and resolution, where the problem resolve, and coda, where we can find moral value. Not only that, we also learn about the social function of narrative text to entertain the readers and to tell a lesson to the readers. We also learn many kinds of narrative text, for example, legend or folk tales, folk story, love story, something like that. We also learn about legend, the social function of legend, the example of legend. So, I think that's all of our discussion today. So, I have one more activity for you to do in house, which is your homework. This is individual, and the homework, I want you to pick one legend, surround you, the legend that you like to write. I want you to write it minimal 50 words or 5 sentences. That's minimal. So if you want to put more, you can go for it. And if you have the same legend with your friends, that's okay, because maybe you live in the same place with your friends, but the way you reflect and the way you write is different. That's the point. So this is an individual homework and to be submitted in the next meeting. And the next meeting we are going to have another grammar class, so please don't get bored. We are going to learn about past perfect tense. So please be prepared for next meeting. So yeah, so I'll see you in the next meeting.